Here I am. Oh, man, I saw my gut the other day. I mean, I went 350 pounds down to 198. And then I laid around for a while and I gained some weight back. And I was up to 250. Then I went back down. I don't know what I am this morning. Last time I was on the scale was 234. Oh, I gained out 36 pounds while I was sick, COVID and all that stuff. I'm trying to eat and everything, get my strength and everything back, Everything's going to start going. Just ignore it. When you come up against narcissists, televisions and phones, because that's what they are. They're psychopathic narcissists. They interrupt whenever they want. Right when you're trying to make a point, when you're talking and stuff, they'll come in and take over. Priest told me one time, he says, yeah, they got a lot of power because I'm saying Mass, holding up the Eucharist, and the devil's telling me things. Telling me, oh, look at that woman over there. Oh, look at this. I wonder who they're doing. Oh, what are they doing? There they are again. Oh, well, I'm saying Mass. So I've seen it. I've been saying the rosary in the phones right in the middle of it, coming with a commercial because the phone number they gave me was corrupt. I got a brand new phone. They gave me corrupt. Now I've been watching the TV. I'm on YouTube. And I don't know how because I got commercial free. But I've noticed that lately I don't have commercial free. I don't know why. But that's stupidity. Stupid demons in there making me think all kinds of things because we think about scenarios that aren't true. And then we act them out in our mind and then we convict ourselves and we down and out and you feel frustrated or you feel hate or whatever. And it's not even true what you're thinking in your head. God says, don't worry and don't follow your dreams unless they're holy, positive or negative now. Everybody knows what positive and negative is. Well, I asked God, I says, God, I gotta reach the homosexuals. How do I reach the homosexuals? He says, I put something in. I got something you can do. I said, what's that, Lord? He says, avocados. I said, avocados? Yeah, he goes. I said, oh. So I opened it up and I ate the avocado. I'm eating it and everything like that. And I started laughing my unbelievable laughter. And God is going to bless the homosexuals if they eat an avocado together. Instead of having sex, they eat an avocado together. They can love each other, hug each other, be husband and wife, or husband and husband, or wife and wife. They can do all that stuff if they want. They want to love, but they can't have sex. If they have sex, it's a mortal sin. They'll go to hell because most people in hell are there for the sins of the flesh. Now, coming from a background when my teenage days now. Yep. I was still a teenager. Yep. Almost 20 though. Some of the interactions that I've had. People come up to me and all that. I was always the one being pursued. I was never a pursuer. I didn't pursue anybody for homosexuality or anything like that. I never did. They came after me. They didn't get me to do it. They came after me though, and I don't know. I'm a whore. I'm sorry about that, but I was a whore. And just let them do their thing and give me my money and I'll take off. Young punk, 12, 13, no way of making money or anything like that. I was brought up, I was perverted when I was 9 years old for 8 quarters, just for watching And he wants me, and I'll give you 8 quarters. I said, okay, jeepers, I can buy all kinds of Tootsie Rolls and popsicles and everything. Wow, I can buy all my friends popsicles Tootsie Rolls. So that's what I did. I watched. He tried to get me to do something too. I says, no, I don't know if that's. I was thinking, this is gonna tickle like hell. I don't want nobody doing that on my pee-pee. I'm only 9 years old, you know. I said, I'll watch, you know, give me my 8 quarters, I'll watch. Then I realized I totaled it all up. That's $2. And I was a 2-bit whore. $2 whore. Watching him do his thing. I don't know how many times I did that. Not very many. I can't remember. It's so far back. I didn't even have pubic hair. I was only 9 years old. Jeez, I just turned 9 too. I was looking for a friend and stuff. Went through my new neighborhood and all that stuff, and I come across this guy. He was like 17. He had a motorbike and all that stuff, and he looked at me. He tried to be my friend. I said, "Oh yeah, I gotta have an old friend, man, an older friend and stuff." You know. And then I went in the store and I bought things and stuff like that with my 8 quarters. So I didn't know. I mean, I blame myself when about it. I said, well, I could have said no. Later on, when I was thinking about it, I could have said no. But I was a 9-year-old kid, and the guy had 8 quarters in his hands, and he wanted me to watch him do his thing on himself, you know. He was prepping me, trying to get me. So when I do become sexual, when I do become, I'm going to bring a jar of Vaseline with me next time. You know. What happened was that happened, and then right after that, I broke my arm. All of a sudden, I had a broken arm. Pull the sheep out of the wolves' mouths, and then snap their leg. And when you do, you hold them in your arms until it heals, and then when you let them down, they never leave your side. And that's what God did to me. Snap my arm. Double snap, too. Compound fracture. Yeah. I don't know how to rationalize that one out, but I was 10 years old because I remember I had 1960 on my cast. I was 10 years old. I had just turned 10. It was a summer. I've been 10 for maybe 3 or 4 months or something like that. And, see, right? I'm in the middle. All of a sudden, somebody's out there. And I don't even understand what they're saying. They just want to interrupt me. That's all. Or I get beat up a lot, people. Get beat up a lot. Padre Pio used to get bruises from his beatings. And all the saints, they used to, in the Bible, if you read about, I was reading this morning, they heard the people coming after them, and the disciples just ran. They just took off. They didn't hang around because they had so many beatings. People beat the crap out of them all the time. And they go and preach the word and all that stuff. And what's this new stuff here and everything? Let's stone him. He's trying to make us do something different than what we're doing. A whole city full of homosexuals in Sodom and Gomorrah. They're pounding on the door when the 2 angels stood on the front stairs and they're looking over everything because God's going to take them, you know what, fire and brimstone down on them. And the angels are there telling Lot, I think it was, Lot, and his family, get out, down, now. Don't look back. And the story goes, his wife looked back. She's wondering, we're trying to think about what was she looking back at. Did she have a boyfriend? And she looked back and she turned into a pillar of stone. And all the other ones just kept their head down and did what God said to do. I'll get back to avocado. I said, well, God, how am I gonna use an avocado? Homosexuals, you know, how am I gonna use an avocado to teach them anything? He says, you're not gonna teach them. They're gonna teach themselves. I says, how are they gonna do that, God? Well, they're to take, instead of having sex, take an avocado, both of them, and they cut it open and eat it. They'll be laughing so hard while they're doing this, especially when they come to the seed, try to get all the stuff off the seed and everything too. They'll be laughing so hard. They gotta watch out, because if they take a deep breath, they'll swallow that thing, go right down their throat. Could kill them too if it blocks their throat. But I don't think it's too slippery. Avocado's it's too slippery. God, I can't believe I'm doing this. But I had to tell him. I said, God, how can I get through the homosexuals? You know, how can I tell a man what they're doing? There's no sex in heaven, and the only reason why there's sex on earth is because you're trying to make, and you're creating. We all have that urge. That's the best, most strongest urge that man has. You can be high on all kinds of drugs and still want to have sex. I'm 75, celibate for 25 years, and I still want to have sex. And I only got one nut. Oh, God in heaven. I can't believe I'm doing this, God. Oh, God, please. Please don't make everybody. He said, I'll make your enemies love you, Billy. That's what he told me. Are you guys gonna love me? Making fun of you, homosexuals, you. Because when you eat this together, and you look at each other, and you both got that big seed in your mouth, you're gonna start laughing so hard, you're gonna be rolling on the floor in laughter, laughing. I guarantee it, I know you will, if you have a sense of humor. And what God's trying to tell me, he says, tell them that joy that they're feeling right now is what they're giving up for the sins of the flesh. Most people in hell are in there because of the sins of the flesh. God says, I don't mind it if you love each other and you want to have a home together and you can be friends. Yeah, I don't care if there's 5 of you all together. No sex. Period. Do you hear that? That's straight from God. He's telling me that to tell you. Prophet to the homos. Would you take that, Billy? God, I'll do anything you ask me to. I'll do anything you ask me to. Right? Because I know it's not going to be sin. I don't want to be sinning anymore, Father. I don't want no more sin in my life. I've been celibate 25 years, people. And I'm married. I'm married to a woman. I had to make that clear. Oh, you see where you're going to give up. To be in that big dark hole. You want to know where the gates of hell are? I'll show you. You can see it tonight. The stars are out. Look at the Big Dipper. Look in the center of the Big Dipper. Hubble's looking, and it's staring, and it's staring, and it's looking, and there's nothing in that hole of Big Dipper. Nothing in the Big Dipper but a big, black, deep, dark hole of nothingness. No light, nothing. And it goes on into darkness. Hubble. That's what hell is. It's not going to be, oh, I'm going to be burning in fire and all that stuff. God isn't that cruel. It's going to be you. You're the one that's going to be on fire. I had the chance to love God and ask Him for forgiveness and to be holy, and I didn't. And now I got to be here where you can't see nothing, as dark as can be, and you never bump into anybody. It's just a big, dark, deep, black mass of nothingness. It goes on and on and on. And then when the beatific vision comes, Christ on a cloud of glory and all of His angels behind Him with their rosary swords, big rosary swords. All you just see babies. When I start praying, those rosary swords get this blaze on them. They're like a laser. And they can swoop them, and they'll cut you right down where you stand. If you give them any. And that's what Jesus is going to have with Him when He comes in His glory. He's going to have all these angels behind Him with these big laser swords made out of rosaries. Oh, wow. How do I know that? God told me. God told me that. Believe it or not. I've been asked not to tell everything God tells me because God's telling me. He's not telling everybody out there to criticize Him. Because if you're not of the Spirit, all you're going to do is criticize. If you're of the Spirit, then I'm blessing you right now. Even if you're a homosexual. You heed what I'm telling you. I don't know if all the homosexuals, they're probably getting a pretty good laugh out of it. Who knows what's going to happen? But all my enemies will hate me because I'm a Christian. But I got a lot of enemies. I got M&Ms. Oh, look at me, Chinese. I am. I got some Chinese in me. I got a Chinese gene in me somewhere. Why do you always look like you're asleep, Billy? I don't know. It's the Chinaman in me. I said I am Americanese. Can you tell by my eyes I'm Americanese? No. Yeah, I can prove it. And I say, how are you going to do that? And I say, well, look, let's see if I can get the camera here. There's one knee and two knees. And I got slanted eyes. I'm American knees. And remember when you're eating that avocado together, all the joy you're feeling and all that stuff, you're giving it up. You're going to give it up when you die because you know where you're going? Into that deep void. The deep void of the Big Dipper. And then when God comes with His angels, He's going to close that void and nothing gets out. Nothing. Not even the smell of sin. It's gone forever. And you're there forever. And you could have asked God for forgiveness. He would have given it to you. He gave it to me. I'm becoming a saint. I don't say, oh, he thinks he's a saint. No, I'm becoming a saint. Every day I feel it. I'm still a sinner. I still do stupid things. I lose my temper. I got all kinds of things I work on. I'm a narcissist. Sometimes I'm a psychopathic narcissist. When I lose my brains over something, like, I can't get it. My videos will tell you what I lose my brains over. I'm not going to go in that room. I go on. And I say, peel it and cut it down the center on both sides, all the way around, and break it open. And get that little ball that's in the center there. Make sure you get off all the avocado out of it. Stick it in your mouth and roll it around, all that, and get it all off. And look at your buddy while you're doing that. Oh, you're going to have a blast. But you're going to have to realize that that's a prophecy. I am a homosexual prophet. Oh my God. Is that the lowest or is that the highest? Because it takes a lot of guts to do something like that. You gotta really believe in God that He's behind you. Everybody's embarrassed. Well, nowadays they're not embarrassed. They're running around with a rainbow tied around their neck, you know? No, anyway. I was kind of objecting against that too, because of the Curcio movement, Decoloris, all the colors. That was their thing, the rooster tail with all the colors in it. I mean, I had a sticker on the back of my bumper. I was here in Binghamton, and I said, some lady stopped me. She goes, Decoloris. I said, oh, you're a Curcio? Yeah, it used to be around here, but it's died down. They're no longer around here for something. Something happened. The leader and stuff moved away or died or something like that. And it withered out. Nobody took his thing. There wasn't that many people around here. But she goes, oh, I saw it and I knew you were Curciista. That's why I said Decoloris, because that's the word. Hey, Decoloris. That's how they, there's a song, Decoloris. Decoloris. But I'm not going to sing about it. So I said, Decoloris. She says, oh, but I want to tell you something. Because I didn't know that the rainbow was a sign of homosexuality now. I didn't know it at the time. She says, oh, the homosexuals have taken over the rainbow, And I says, what do you mean by that? The colors of the rainbow, that's their thing now. When you think of homosexuals, you think of a rainbow. I thought it was a covenant between God and man. And she goes, well, it is, but they're trying to take it over. They're not going to do it. If I were them, I'd run from it, because if you take over the rainbow, then you're under judgment. You don't want to be under judgment. Even though you're sinning, because God's putting up your sin. He doesn't not love you. He just is disgusted with your behavior. And if you repent, He'll forgive you, and He'll love you just as much as He loves anybody. And you got the chance, people. I'm saying people. My people, homosexuals. I was perverted when I was a young child, conditioned. Oh, I look back and I say, if that hadn't happened to me, would I be able to make this tape right now and maybe save somebody? Maybe one out of all the homosexuals in the world, I save one. It's worth it to God. So everything I have, my pride and everything, I got to sit on it, because I don't know, maybe I shouldn't use the word sit on it. Oh, you ever notice how Satan has got everything? You can't say the word come anymore. Without people thinking something. What do you mean? I'm not even going to go in. I'm not going to give that a floor, because that's silly suggestive talk. But I'm just bringing it out so you understand, and I emphasize what's going on here, guy. I'm homosexual. I can't go to heaven. That ain't true. God loves you, and He loves your whoever it is too. Yeah. Oh, He doesn't want you to have sex, though, because you're going to die and you're going to come to heaven and you're going to still love Him. But there's going to be all kinds of other people you're going to love too. There's no sex, though. God has There's no more sex, people. All you Muslims out there, you think you're going to fly a plane into a big building, kill 3,000 people, and you're going to get to heaven and there's 17 virgins waiting for you? Well, if you did get to heaven, those 17 virgins, there's no sex in heaven. So all you can do is look. And they're beautiful, too. Oh, I've seen some of them. Virgins. Made it to heaven. Oh, I say, oh, there's some beautiful ones out there, too. I got them praying for me. No sex. But I look at them and I say, what does love really mean, God? What does love mean? Love is love. And if you write it in a circle, you put love is love is love. And just keep on going till it meets the other love, and that's all it does. Love is love is love is love is love. Write it on a piece of paper and see what I'm talking about. Draw a circle and put love is love. Is love. Love is love is love is love. You're able to say love is love, love is love, love is love. All the way around in a circle. Can't get back to the beginning. It's infinite. Infinity. You can go on forever and ever. Love is love. I guess you could probably do that with hate too. Hate is hate. Hate is hate. The more you hate, the hatier you get. The more depressed, the more anxiety, the more depression. Everything comes in, takes over. And you're one hating soul waiting to go wherever you're going to go because you're eternal. God made the soul eternal. And that eternal soul can either love God or hate Him. I want to love God. That's why I gave everything up. I ain't getting me to do that stuff no more. And if somebody gets me on drugs and I'm not liable. I ain't looking for that. And I'm sure God isn't going to let that happen to me. So, willpower, people. God, you got to pray to God inside. God, not my will be done, but yours. I do the surrender novena to the Sacred Heart of Jesus. And what it says in the first thing, don't worry and don't create scenarios in your mind that are negative. Be positive. They have a negative outcome to it, and then you're the down and out. Oh, jeepers, and you're feeling down and out because of your scenario you build up in your head about somebody. Could be a close relative, could be a close friend, could be somebody you hate. I don't know if you get over hate. I hate, but only for a few minutes or so. Because that psychopathic narcissism comes out of me when people push the right buttons. See what I mean? What are we going to do? Take my mind away from me. Now I forgot what I was going to tell you. The devil knows. The devil knows. And now, so do you. God bless you. Hope to make it. See you in heaven. Amen. Right now, get $0.